Welcome to the jungle. So this is an after action review for a game called Happy Friendly Age that I played in what is the name of the server? Immersion, yeah. And I just won on turn 63. And also I'll give my thoughts on LA Marignon as we go through. This is my first Dominion 6 game. It was a newbie game, so it's not a flex or anything. It's just what I thought about it, what I did, what I think I did wrong, what I think the strengths of the nation are. So here's where I captured my last throne. Now it's under siege, but it doesn't matter because I already won the game. And what I did basically is I had a map with Pangaea here, and I thought since I only needed one more throne, what I the plan I concocted was to put a bunch of mages here and then astral travel a whole army that could crack this fort. And I would also use magic phase to move directly to here with all the mages I thought I needed. So now I went back 3 turns. This is turn 60. This, oh yeah, this is the turn where I the nap ended after the 3 turns notice, so I could script hostile actions. So I just want to show like, oh, I forgot to include teleportations. I really like this feature. So this is everything that's coming. I did a big mistake here because this was supposed the first cast should be Communion Master on this guy, and I forgot. Gladly, there was only PD there. It didn't even trigger jam use, so it didn't matter. And I fixed this for the actual battles. I'll show the battles. But yeah, so as you can see, my pretenders here, and I thought he could cast Astral Travel because he can teleport, but he can't because immobiles can't do that. But that's okay. When I realized that, I had this guy cast it, and he he was already okay. Who's this guy? I found this site, Tower of the Golden Ward, great site, and this mage here's an F2 S2, and he gets a random. So he already had Astro 3 natively, right? But it turns out uh, I had to use him for the Astral Travel, and already had him at Astral 4 because I had empowered him in Astral. It's very expensive. I don't remember why I did that now, but I did that for some reason a few turns back. And so he could do it. When I realized the pretender couldn't do it, I was like, okay, this guy can do it, but his base leadership is very low. So I also crafted these 2 items. This one gives more leadership, and this one. This is a very nice item for moving around very troops, very cheap. Also gives you a spell. And okay, so I'll use him, but that meant I couldn't bring as much stuff as I needed, as I wanted. But I did bring a lot. But you can see I also have these guys, and I can't bring them. And I also had more than enough to crack in one turn because I had a lot of gate cleavers, right? And the thing I think is interesting here is that I had to find a way to each mage individually magic phase. So some went through uh, cloud trapeze, like this guy with air. Some went through Hellride with blood, these two. And this guy, for example, this thug, he could not do Hellride, even though it has the paths, because Hellride is only up to Sykes 3. So I just had him moving with the Eagles, and I was hoping I was going to win the Magic Phase battle. And since the Eagles were going to fly, I thought it was important for them to have more morale, and he gives more morale. And even though this guy has increased leadership, the squads don't get the morale bonus he would have. They would have if uh, his high leadership was natural, was not through these items, right? Um, so I thought I needed a lot of siege strength, and I had water gems, so I summoned a Sea King, and then summoned a few more trolls. I summoned these guys because with the fire gems I had, I thought they would give me the most siege strength per gem because you get a lot of them. And I summoned with Glamour some of these cave kobolds, which they're not amazing units, but they do have a siege bonus of 10 each. So I think they're, for that purpose alone, using Glamour gems, they're pretty good. Um, so basically, I wanted like the the big battle spells of each path. And at this point in the game, I could have everything. Of course, it would have been much easier if I could just take all the lizard shamans I had and move in a big communion. I wouldn't need to give items to these two communion slaves that were probably gonna over fatigue and die if they didn't have, for example, all this reinvigoration from the boots and from the amulet of resistance. And you see, I had to give them two astral boosters. They're just communion slaves, right? But they needed to teleport together with the army. And that's the case for each one of them. So it turned out very expensive. For example, this Wailing Winds caster, um, I needed him. He's originally only R1, right? And that's enough for Wailing Winds. But he needed to cloud trapeze. So how do you get two boosters? One booster is costs 40 gems. This one only costs 25. And then I could give him the Mirage Crystal, but it would have been much cheaper to if I could just give him the Glamour helmet, but then he wouldn't magic face. And I put the Gate Cleavers randomly on guys that I thought I could have. Other important guys have Coral Blades just for the extra hit points, which is a good weapon for assassinations and stuff. This guy, I moved him through stealth when the nap was still going, but he would never get caught because with all the items I crafted, his stealth is 140. I couldn't even bring him way before and started preaching, but I just thought I needed an extra holy three there in case my pretender died and couldn't claim the throne. So yeah, we can watch the battle. So here we are, turn 61. Let's go to the messages. And where's the battle? Is this the one? This is the one. So it doesn't trigger gem use, just a little PD. I did some Horde of Hell casting too. This chassis has a very large, where is it? Heat aura, heat 20. So I didn't want guys catching fire. And since these terracotta soldiers have fire resistant 20, I put a bunch of them surrounding him in case there were eagles from Pangea or imps or whatever. As you can see, the eagles are not here yet, the great eagles, because this is a magic phase move. And the eagles came in normally. And of course, the wind is not even a question. Yeah, so there you go. And of course, we cracked it. Since we have, let's see, this much sea strength, 2404, and this has 1000 wall integrity, so I could of course crack it even if it had a lot of stuff. And Pangea had a lot of stuff, but Pangea was probably expecting the fights to happen in our border, and I didn't attack him through the border, I attacked him directly here. It's a good thing I have sailing too as Marignon, so I could support with attacks from these sides. Okay, so now we're at turn 62. This is where the battles happen. The interesting thing that happened in this game is I wanted to win without breaking the net. So I had a few choices. I had this game is 9 ascension points to win. And the thrones I already had, I got from indies. I'll tell the summary of the story later. And there are only level 2 thrones, one level 3 throne I lucked out to be able to get the level 3 thrones, which is this throne here. So I only needed one more. And I had a few options. I could attack Agartha here, didn't want to do that. I could go for there's a throne here. I have a scout there. Famine, I didn't want to do that. It's kind of far, although I have sailing, could help. I could go for one of the Raga thrones, but I thought, hey, this is the easiest. And also, Pangea was getting coalition. They started a war with Famine that I think they were losing slowly. And then Raga joined in and wasn't making a lot of progress. And then when I decided to end the nap, I did it publicly in the game chat. And I said, look, if anybody thinks, since I can't win with just more throne, if anybody thinks it's an emergency, they can go ahead and end the nap. But please, since I'm giving you notice that this is only going to happen 3 turns from now, I hope that if you want to do that, you give me notice now. And nobody said anything, which I thought was curious. But what Agartha did, I don't know if he decided to do that or if he was already going to do that. But I think he thought his best shot at stopping me from winning, instead of attacking me where we have borders like here. Here I closed off this border, but we have another border here. He thought, you know what? The Pangea throne is close to me. I'll just attack Pangea too, and I'll get there before him. And he almost did. Um, he had already taken this fort, but this all happened much faster. So let's see the events here. So what do we have? He brought in a golem, 2 Tartarians, and this I think is his pretender, Dom 5 bill. Very cool. And let's see what they're doing. Visibility, misform, strength, Gaia, power of spheres. Now that's interrupted. Okay, foul vapors. Foul vapors I was concerned, but I had a lot of oh man, I'm not gonna find my guy. I had a lot of um nature battlefield spells that I wanted to do that I thought were more important. So, like regeneration and relief. So, I left Serpent's Blessing for last, which means my troops probably got a few ticks of the poison, but not enough to cause serious damage. And I think he died pretty quickly, too. Solar Brilliance. So this could be very bad, blinding everything I have. However, I think at this point, anti-magic already went through. No, it didn't. But I think it goes up before because I didn't see many. Don't I have anti-magic now? What's going on? Wait, drain. Yeah, drain scale +1. I think Pangea has drain. Yeah, it did. I don't know what happened there. I thought my anti-magic one went up before that, but I guess it didn't. Yeah, it didn't. Well, I'm happy for the drain scales. And then the eagles won, and they kill the pretender. So they're already pretty buffed up with this fate, their shield, they're blurred, so it's harder to hit them. Yeah, the trolls are coming up ahead because they're faster, but they're not really there because they're great troops. It was just for the siege strength. Oh, I did cast Arouse Hunger too, so here come the ghouls. Now, at this point, my Royal Guard are coming are super buffed up. So 27 protection here. They got +4 strength from Rush of Strength. They got this fate, our shield blurred, a bunch of resistances. They are regenerating 10%. Who's this? Yeah. This guy was casting the big air spells with his angelic communion. What is it called? So I have basically 3 types of community. No, only 2 because I didn't bring Blood Sabbath. But the Chorus Master. So I have 6 of those little angels that are automatically Chorus Slave, which is they're both national summons for Age Marignon. It's pretty good, so you don't need to put boosters on him, and you don't need to worry about the fatigue. It all gets transferred to the other angels. So what I did, I geared him out as a thug too, and I thought this was a pretty good weapon for him because it's AP, gives him a fire shield. Burn Flash will probably not work here because in these battles, probably everybody's going to have fire resistance, but still. And what's interesting about this guy, if he doesn't have any gear, he has this Heavenly Horn, which is really powerful, and it does twice as much damage versus undead and demons. And I thought he would lose it, but he doesn't lose it. This is a range attack, so you can put him on fire. It's probably better to put him on fire than put it on attack. In this case, he's on advance and cast, but I think what's going on is since I cast, what is it called? I cast the nature spell that gives berserk to units. He probably took some damage and now is berserk, which is fine. But anyway, it's gonna take a while to go through these geared Tartarian tugs. Wow, look at those specs. Amazing. Yeah, pretty strong gear. I don't agree with this. It's probably good for versus assassinations. Very good versus assassinations. Would have probably given him another item, but the rest is very good. But yeah, I also caught Agartha unprepared, so not criticizing him. It's what he had. He also told me he was going to bring more mages, and he forgot. Anyway, we can just see that it's going to take a long time. A few of my guys will die, but nobody's going to rout because they're berserk. Oh, there's a way to see the rounds, right? Show combat round. Yeah, I think... Is this guy berserk too? Some of my mages are berserk. But they're all geared up, so... Probably they won't die. He's trying to get in there, but he's small. I stole one of the Tartarians. Another one was paralyzed forever. And the problem is the eagles are very big and they don't let anybody come in. So the fight was just not ending. And I also had the mages on cast, not advance and cast. But it's okay. I put enough gems for several battles, knowing that this would happen. Was expecting it could happen from other players too. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's watch that again, just to see my side, and then I'll stop at the beginning. See what we can catch here. Yeah, so here I fixed the problem with the lizard communion. Fire fan, featherweight army. This was to protect from earthquake trap. Already have rigor mortis and wailing winds. Legions of steel. Fates, army of shades. Army of shades. I don't think it's that good. They're better, but they're better glamour spells to do. But I could do it, so I did it. Relief, very important. Marble Army. Yeah, Marble Army is great. But it gives a cold malice, and I didn't want the cold malice, but I thought that having more protection was more important. Frostflesh Army. From your fan, life after death. And you can see these guys, these cave kobolds, even though they're a bad unit, you know, they have glamour and all buffed up. They get not bad with the enchanted pickaxe. Yeah, there goes the Serpent's Blessing. So when I get the poison resist, the blood rain, yeah, that's great. The when I get the poison resist, the fall vapor's already gone. Holy shit, there we go. Okay, I think that ends the script. So this is... Oh, this is a fires from afar. Did nothing because there wasn't a lot of stuff here. Yeah, whatever. Killed a few guys. Made absolutely no difference. But why not? You never know. So this is the move. And he has these sepulcrals, which are super strong. What a good unit. And he had a good blast for them too. Had a few sacreds here. And a bunch more stuff. It didn't really bring a lot of mages. And, well, we didn't lose a lot in the other battle. We have more stuff because now we're moving through sailing. We have these heavy crossbowmen here helping. And we have enough gems to cast everything again. So you can see. Yeah, check these guys out blessed. So a bunch of resistances and dying, enchanted blood, righteous wrath. Very, very strong. Yeah, on this battle too, I could moving a lot of Royal Navigators if I can find one. I can't, but they're just spamming quickness and oh, here's one, body ethereal on all my units. The trolls are regenerating 20%. Okay, these are the sacreds. Pretty strong. Not as buffed as my guys. Not as many of them. So you can already imagine what's gonna happen. It's Tartarian I stole. He's not a commander, but he's here. So as you can see, my guys chopped them up. Let's on this side. Yeah, they're already surrounded, so now it's gonna go very quick. That's loud. Yeah, they have some regen from the enchanted blood, but not enough. Oh yeah, he has the crown that puts people to sleep, gives them sleep aura 4, and gives them undreaming. There you go. they're asleep. But actually, that effect was not that. It was the entrancement from the singing sword, which I tried to see if it did anything. I don't think it was worth. But yeah, this is already. Right here, the guys were arriving piecemeal, so the sepulcrals with 41 attack, length 4 obsidian glaive, 15 attack were doing pretty good. But now it's pretty much over for them because but they will pop this guy. Luckily he has Phoenix Fire, so he's just gonna come back. But they do give him a couple of wounds. Yeah, they have a cold aura, chill 3, and it gets stronger because there's a lot of them. So I didn't want to have the cold malice from Marble Army here. At least he doesn't have the malice because I did cast an army-wide cold resistance, so it's now 0 the cold resistance of my troops. So it could have been worse. But yeah, once the surround starts, it's over. This guy, for example, I imagine he's gonna die very quick. Yeah, well, apparently. Oh, he's already at -7. Oh yeah, the Undying. Yeah, there it is. Up here, yeah, same thing. So even these guys are helping. Yeah, so now it's basically over. And they rout. Even with morale 17, well, that's expected, I guess. The Blood Rain and Waiting Winds. So yeah, I guess this was the most important battle, because now it's just storming the fort and there's nothing there. So here's the fort storm. Same stuff. As you can see, it was a huge gem investment to prepare for all these battles, and I did have gems for everything. And all this gear and all the Astral Travels, 25 Astral Pearls, and then the other magic phases, the summons. It was hundreds of gems, but it did work out. Yeah, everybody already routed. What are they gonna do? Poor Perrin here. Great mage, nature 4. What is he gonna do? Gonna get chopped up by a fallen angel, that's what. Let's see if he's entranced or anything. No? How much MR? 16. Yeah, he has a bonus for magic. Yoink. Okay, that's it. Nobody ran away. So we can see, yeah, so this is the first battle. I stole one of the tarts, got a bunch of gear, killed everything, of course. Did I lost a lot of imps? Doesn't matter. Lost the great eagles? Doesn't matter. Their job was to bring the siege strength down. I was thinking if I wanted, instead of featherweight army, soaring army to make everybody flying, which normally is better. But in this case, since my mages were on cast and my troops are slow, I thought having more time to buff them after the script was better, and also to protect them from flyers. So this did nothing. Um, Here's the other battle. So got a bunch of gear. Yeah, not a lot of mages, unfortunately. Agartha did tell me they forgot to bring more. And what did I lose? The goals doesn't matter. The imps don't matter. It's 39 Royal Guard, but they did pretty well for themselves. Lost the trolls. Didn't expect to keep them. Doesn't matter. Cave kobolds only lost 2 of them. And these devils, they were from the hordes from hell, and they probably just berserked and suicided. Lost 1 Royal Navigator. Don't know why. And yeah, I had some retreats on this one. It's probably the imps. Yeah, it was the imps. And then Fortress of Wicker Woods. Yeah, this was pretty easy. Who retreated here? I didn't see any retreats. Maybe the imps too. Yeah, there's some imps here. Oh, here we go. Some great eagles, trolls, and imps. And I'm glad I had sailing from here and here, so they could have somewhere to retreat to. But if that hadn't worked, look at everything I would have lost. And also, when I did the first magic phase, I didn't have enough gems for everything. Let's see what's left. Um, the gear's not on anymore because this turn is saved and I already made changes. I'm claiming with 3 guys, and I removed all the gear. Oh yeah, so I removed the gems too. But I did last turn. I used teleport gems, and I used carrier eagles to transport the gems that were missing.